first of all, you know, proud of our kids. They could have stopped and quit playing, and I thought we, you know, obviously we played to the bitter end. Had an opportunity there to score and go for a 2-point conversion, try to get it to overtime. But you know, looking back on it, you know, way too many mistakes. Starts defensively, 2 MAs, 2 missed coverages, led itself to 2 scores. We can't have it. We're not going to use the excuse of being young. That's a crutch, and we got guys that need to grow up. And you know, we can't have self-inflicted mistakes. Way too many penalties. You know, too many times we have 1st and 20, 1st and 25. And again, we can't be a team that beats ourselves. And you know, so we moved the ball from 20 to 20 and you know, didn't cash in on drives, and you can't do that. But you know, the other thing is way too many drop passes. And we knew going into halftime, it was a matter of just pitch and catch. And it's the most drops, you know, we've had in 3 weeks, including practice. And so, you know, there's no quit. We still control our own destiny. And the only way you fix it is you go back to work tomorrow and you try to correct your mistakes and you get better as a football team. And I believe in our kids, and I know that they'll do that. There's 105 disappointed young men. But again, we can't have self-inflicted mistakes and beat ourselves, and that's a good football team that we lost to. And so we'll come back to work and correct those mistakes.
What happened to Zach at the end there?
His leg got a little stiff, and we don't know right now. He'll undergo examination, and we'll know a little bit probably tonight and into tomorrow.
Did it happen on the hip when he fumbled the ball?
It did not. It occurred on the fumble.
Can you just talk about Chaz coming in there and trying to set up that final drive?
Well, it's, you know, a difficult position to put Chaz into, and I thought he did a good job of coming in, and there is no doubt in anyone's mind he was going to lead us down for a score and a 2-point conversion. Our team has great faith and great confidence in him, and we just, you know, came up a little bit short.
It seemed like the defense had made some strides in recent weeks. This a step back.
Well, you know, it's disappointing because of the missed assignments. You know, that's the thing that's disappointing. And, you know, against talented athletes like South Florida, you can't make those mistakes. And, you know, we blow a coverage on an easy corner route, and, you know, it ends up being 6. And, you know, we come off in coverage, you know, at the linebacker spot, and boom, you know, it's a key first down. It gets down to the 1-yard line. And those are things, again, for us, we can't beat ourselves. And, you know, so it was, you know, not to take nothing away from South Florida, because you know what, they made the plays that they needed to, but a lot of our stuff from our side of it was self-inflicted, and we can't do that.
They also made you one-dimensional on offense. You didn't run the ball. Isaiah couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, and you know, we've said it as, you know, for us to really be effective, you know, we need to you know, be able to run the football, and they took the run game away from us, which, you know, obviously forced us to throw the football. And you know, again, we want to have balance, and we weren't able to do that tonight.
Were they just key on Isaiah, or how did they do that?
Well, I'll know more when I see the film, but we knew coming in, I mean, you know, they were a good defense, and I said it, that they're going to be one of the top 3 defenses we face all year, and we knew that their defensive line was a veteran group that was very, very talented. And, you know, I'll know more when I watch the film.
Like the other thing they did is even when Zach completed the pass, they didn't let the guys get away. They
well,
stopped.
That's the one thing you saw, is I thought they did a great job of being able to tackle in space. And they made us earn everything that we got, where we gave them a lot of explosive plays. We didn't have very many explosive plays on offense. And, you know, we need big chunk yardage, and you're exactly right, is they did a great job athletically of being able to play in space and make those one-on-one tackles.
If Zach can't go next week, is there an open competition between Chaz and Brendan for the starting job next week?
There'll be an open competition, but right now, you know, Chaz is ahead with experience, and he's really been doing a great job in practice. And, you know, I don't know what you know, Zach's status is right now. You know, he may be fine, you know, after treatments and all that, but we'll know a little bit more later in the week. But it'll be open competition, but it'll be Chaz with the upper hand.
Marcus has made the most of his opportunities, and tonight, big game for him.
Well, I kept saying to him is that, he's been helping us win with his blocking on the perimeter. And we knew it was only a matter of time. And I thought, he really stepped up and he kept us in the football game. He gave us an opportunity at the end of the game. And so Marcus did a great job, and he made some very difficult catches as well. Those weren't easy catches. And, I can't say enough about that young man's perseverance in our football program of bringing it every day. He's extremely competitive, and we're going to need him down the stretch haul.
You mentioned that you still control your own destiny, but what does this do for your Big East hopes? I mean, losing at home, I know it's only one loss, but it's a loss at home.
It doesn't matter if you lose on the road or at home, it's a loss. And we still control our own destiny. We have a very group of prideful individuals in this football program. And the only way you combat that is you come back to work and you work on getting better. And that starts tomorrow, that starts Sunday, that starts Monday. And you come back with a mentality to improve. Nobody's going to feel sorry for ourselves. Syracuse is coming in here, a very good football team. And so, we got to learn from it and move on. That's all you can do.
Coach Ruben had a great game last week, comes back and just, one play. Do you think overall his game was poor, or just that one play was below average for him?
Well, obviously, the one play stands big. But Ruben is played pretty good football for us. And, it's one mistake, and it's magnified, obviously, when it's a touchdown. And, I don't know how many total plays we had, but 90 plays. And usually in a game it comes down anywhere between 4 to 6 plays being the difference in winning and losing. And you don't know which 4 or 6 plays those are. And that's why every play is critical.
Jake Rogers set the all-time scoring record. I know it's a loss, but kind of talk about that accomplishment.
Well, it's a great accomplishment for Jake. He's had a great career here. And, he's really having a very good year for us. And again, he's an individual that, we expect to kick well. He's a veteran player, and, we're going to need him as the season progresses.